everybody, it's the Warhipster here, coming at you with another Contrast Plus painting tutorial, and today we are painting the Chaos Lord from Spearhead Slaves to Darkness, because we are once again returning to Project Spearhead, and well, he's one of my last two that I need, so I'm going to paint him up today. And well, you might not see anything in here that you haven't already seen before, but hopefully going to make a pretty cool video. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off by taking some thinned down iron warriors, and well, he's been primed in grey Seer, and we're going to apply this over the top of all of our Lord's armor. With all that iron warriors applied, what we're then going to do is we're actually going to shade it straight away, and we're going to use a roughly 1-to-1 mix of Lahmian Medium and Black Templar. I'm going to apply this over the top of, as mentioned, all of the silver. So with that then done, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Black Legion, and we're going to apply this over the top of the outside of the cloak. With that Black Legion all applied, we're then going to take some Baal Red. And we're going to apply this over the top of the inside of the cloak. With all that Baal Red applied, we're then going to take some Blood Angels Red. I'm going to apply this over the top. With all that Blood Angels Red applied, we're then going to take some Cygor Brown, and we're going to use this over the top of all of the leather details. With that then done, we're going to take some Berserker Bloodshade, and we're going to apply this over the top of his face. And with that done, we're then going to take some Guilliman Flesh. We're going to apply this over the top of the grips on the weapons. And then next up, we're going to take some Skeleton Horde. I'm going to apply this over top of the horns. With that then done, we're going to take some thinned down Retributor Armour. We're going to apply this over almost all of the remaining details. So it's going to be things like all the trim and decoration on the weapons and such, scattered around the model. With all that Retributor Armour applied, we're then going to take some Black Legion. I'm going to apply this over top of the remaining parts of the spear haft. And with that done, we're then going to take some Gryph-Hound Orange. I'm going to roughly apply this over top of the spikes on the spear blade. Spikes? These aren't spikes. What are they? Cracks. I don't know where I got spikes from. And so with all that Gryph-Hound Orange applied, we're then going to take some Iron Warriors. I'm going to apply this over the top of the spear blade. However, we're going to avoid the recesses around the cracks. So with that all done, it's time to add some shades. So the first of these is going to be some Agrax Earthshade. I'm going to use this to shade all the gold. So with that then done, we're going to take some Reikland Fleshshade. I'm going to use this to shade the horns. And with that Reikland Fleshshade applied, we're then going to take some Nuln Oil. I'm going to use this to shade the blade, and don't worry, we can go over the top of the Gryph-Hound Orange. Don't have to avoid that. Just has a little bit of extra shadow, as you can see. It looks really cool. But what we're also going to do with the Nuln Oil is we're going to use this to shade the black cloak. The only thing to watch out for on the blade is that you don't end up kind of drowning the Gryph-Hound Orange out. And so with that done, our Chaos Lord is now what I would call a Warhipster battle ready. And it's looking pretty cool. However, we're not going to leave it there. We're going to take it to the next level. And we'll do this by adding some highlights. Now, the first of these is going to be some thinned down Iron Hand Steel. And what we're going to do here is we're going to use this to highlight all of the black metal armor. So we're going to start up here on the shoulder. Just picking out all of the edges. With all that Iron Hand Steel applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Liberator Gold. And we're going to use this to highlight all the gold. So with all that Liberator Gold applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Evil Sunz Scarlet. I'm going to use this to highlight the cloak. With all that Evil Sunz Scarlet then applied, we're going to take some thinned down Fire Dragon Bright. I'm going to use this to add a little spot highlight at the sharpest points. In all that red. So with the red of the cloak now done, we're going to do the back of the cloak. And the colour we're going to be using for this is some thinned down Dawnstone. With all that Dawnstone applied, we're then going to take some thinned down Administratum Grey. I'm going to use this to add some little spot highlights to the sharpest points. So with that done, both parts of the cloak are now finished. So what we can do is we can move on to the face. And the colour we're going to be using for this is some thinned down Pallid Wych Flesh. I'm just going to use this to pick out the facial features as well as the scar on the back of his head. With that then done, we're going to take a tiny amount of Black Legion. I'm going to use this to pick out his eyeballs. And with that Black Legion applied, we then want to take a tiny, tiny little dot of Screaming Skull. I'm going to use this in the corners of the eyeballs and to highlight the horns. So that's all done. What we now need to do is take a little bit of Berserker Bloodshade, and we're going to apply this over the top of the kind of base of the spear. Up to around about there. We're then going to wash the brush. And blend it. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Like that. Wash the brush. Give it the blends. And then we need a very small amount of this on our brush. And we're just going to make sure we pick out those bits just there. Like that. Just add a little bit of extra shading into the blade. With that then done, we're going to finish off the model by taking some thinned down Ironbreaker. I'm going to use this to highlight the blade. So with our base now complete, our Chaos Lord is now finished, and this is part one of two of the things I needed to get done for Project Spearhead for the Slaves to Darkness. The chariot is the only other thing that remains, and well, I've got a video for that upcoming, so I hope you're looking forward to that one. But this one was really fun. I really like that armor color scheme. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. A really dark heavy metal. It's great. If you enjoyed this video, you love the channel, and you'd like to support me further, you absolutely can do so by heading to patreon.com/warhipster, just like all of these wonderful, amazing people have done. And alternatively, you could become a YouTube channel member by clicking on the join button below, exactly like these fabulous folks have done, scrolling up on the screen before you. There are so many of you out there that it really takes my breath away, and I cannot thank you enough for everything you do, as without you I wouldn't be able to keep making these Contrast Plus videos. And if you really like this video and you want to send me a little thanks, just click on the thanks button just below this video. Don't forget to share it, like it, comment on it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and to make sure you stay up to date, don't forget to click the bell icon. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon in the next one. Happy wargaming.